What's up, folks? It's Justin from Books, Bricks, and Boards. After a week off fighting the plague, I'm back in the game. So, today I'm going to talk about a subject that comes up quite frequently, both in the comments and in casual conversation with other gamers. One thing that I repeatedly hear is, boy, I'd love to try these other games, but my group's only interested in X game. Usually that game is D&D 5e, but occasionally we have somebody that's really attached to another particular game for whatever the reason. Well, I will tell you, that's not unique. That's something that every DM has dealt with. And typically, as DMs are the ones that buy the product and also that dive in deeper to the rules, we get a little bit more of the wandering eye for a different game system than what the players get. And that's understandable. But I've got those same players that you do, and since 2020, I've gotten my group to try 14 different game systems. And if you go back a little bit longer than that, over the course of my gaming career, I've counted up over 39 different game systems that I've introduced other players to. So today, what I'm going to talk about is 10 techniques for you to get your players to try other game systems. So without further ado, let's get into it. The books you see here today are just a small sampling of the games that my group that I'm currently playing with have tried out for me. Now, some of these games we've played for 1 or 2 sessions, and some we played several sessions of. But the point is, they tried all of them, and they said they enjoyed all of them.
Phrasing?
So here are 10 ways that you can get your group to expand their gaming horizons. Number 1, involve them in the decision. You want to get their input. You don't want to have them feel as if you're forcing them to stop doing what they enjoy and playing the game that they have come to your table to play. So you want to get ideas from them about what they're interested in and what kind of game excites them other than what you're playing right now. Or even what about the current game that you're playing excites them so that you can find a different system that offers that or a different take on that, so that whenever you suggest an alternative game, they have some buy-in and you can say, yeah, I know that you said that you really like the character options in this game, and that's why I think that Pathfinder might be a great way for you to enjoy that in a different way because they have so many different character advancement options. Number 2, know their limits. Every group is going to have different things that are on their no-go list.
No!
And that's going to be something you're going to figure out with time. And sometimes within your group, you're going to have several different boundaries based upon the different players in the group. Some players aren't going to like the extra crunch. Some players aren't going to like the extra accounting. While some players are going to feel that they lack options if you play something that's a little more rules light. This is something that it just is going to take some time, and it's going to take some effort on your part to kind of feel out and figure out what it is that makes your players tick. But once you do, this is going to help to inform you in making a great decision for a game system that you can suggest for them to give a try. Number 3, offer them a parachute. Whenever you make a switch to a different game system, make sure that they know that this doesn't mean you're not going to revisit the game system that they love so much, or that you're even going to stay in the new system for a particular long amount of time. So whenever you are bringing the opportunity to try a new game system to them, make sure they know that this is a test run, and that if everybody's not on board, if somebody's not enjoying it, we don't have to stick with this, but we'd like to give it a shot and keep an open mind and see what happens so that we can expand our gaming horizons a little bit. I think that whenever players initially hear that you want to switch games, in their mind, all of the books and time that they put into a system are going to be lost, and that is one of the big hurdles for them. This eliminates that obstacle for you. 4, help bear the financial burden. Now, as game masters, we're very accustomed to being the ones that always have a copy of all the required rules.
Cash, I guess. I mean, it's not deductible, is it?
While Players will frequently pick up a handbook for themselves, or maybe even not that, but a lot of times they'll pick up a handbook, maybe even a supplement or two. Whenever you're switching to a new game system, they're going to be less likely to invest their time and their money into one of these other products. And that's okay. Since you're the one that is suggesting the change, it is a good idea to make sure that you make it as financially feasible for them as possible. One of the great ways that you can do this is by finding a game that offers a free PDF of their system, or even printing off the critical parts of the system to hand to your players so that they can at least have enough information to operate on without any monetary investment. Number 5, commit to a trial run. This goes along with my number 3 of offering a parachute, but it's a little bit different. A trial run game is going to be a specified set number of sessions. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, that you're going to give a system a try. That way there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and after those 3 or 4 sessions, however long it is, you can jump off and try a different game system. You can go back to your old system, but the players know that they can relax and enjoy the game system, and they don't have to make a political maneuver to ruin the game for anybody else, because they know that after 2 or 3 or however many sessions, their time in this system is going to be over, and they may just decide that they actually enjoy it because they're not trying to politic their way to get out of playing this particular game. Number 6, get them excited. Now, you're probably wanting to switch to a different game system because you're excited about trying out the mechanics or the world or the setting of the particular game system you want to switch to, but they're not there yet. They have not spent the time poring over the materials that you have, and they are only seeing the challenges. So one of the things that you need to do is share aspects of the world or the game system that initially got you excited and that you think will meet their levels of expectations of what excitement at a game table should be. By doing so, you're going to get their buy-in, and they're going to be curious enough to give the game a true shot. Don't do this, and they're going to come in cold, resistant, and looking to cause obstruction. Number 7, don't interrupt a good thing. The last thing that you want to do is suggest trying a new game system while you're in the middle of a great run of your existing game.
Yes, it's horrible, this idea.
Because the players are going to hold that against you for killing the game that they loved and that was going so well in order to test your different gamer ADD version of what an RPG should be. No, you want to make sure that the timing is perfect whenever you do one of these jaunts into a different system. So wait until the epic run of your current campaign is coming to a close, and then give them a little bit of a heads up in advance and say, hey, when we finish up this mega dungeon that we've been working on for the last 2 years, I would like to try something a little bit new for just a short time with you. That way they know that this new game isn't the reason for the end of their old game they love. Number 8, offer an opt-out. If you have a large enough group, there's a good opportunity for some players to take a break if they don't particularly like a certain system or a certain genre or setting. For example, whenever I first started my Call of Cthulhu group, I had suggested to my game that was playing 5e at the time that I would like to try Call of Cthulhu, but I knew it wasn't going to be for everybody. Not everybody is going to like the horror genre, and not everybody is going to like the D100 system. So what I ended up doing was offering that players that were not interested in trying Call of Cthulhu, we're still going to have our regular session at a different time, but we will be doing a Call of Cthulhu session once a month, and I allowed them to self-select, and as a result ended up spinning off a separate group that was interested in that particular game. Number 9, revisit and regroup. After you've played the new system for a session or two, make sure to follow up with your players, not during the game session, but afterwards or on a different day even, and find out how they're liking the game.
That's a really good idea.
Get their input. Make sure that you're scratching the itches that they need to be scratched for their gaming experience to be enjoyable. And most of all, let them talk. Let them tell you what they like, what they don't like, and what they would like to see change in this game system before going on with future sessions. By getting regular feedback, you'll be able to build a palette of what your players are interested in and will inform you to make better decisions when you suggest other games in the future as well. Number 10, and this can be the hardest one. If necessary, expand your network. You have to have the realistic outlook that the group that I'm playing with may not be the group that's interested in trying this particular game that I really want to give a shot. Now, that being said, expanding your network can be difficult in our hobby, and it's never a comfortable period of time while you're trying to find the right people to add to a group and get that all set up. But if you're really committed to trying a specific game system and you just don't have the players at your table that are willing to give that a shot, sometimes you're going to have to add new players to your table in order to get that done.
Shall we play a game?
And that's okay. Originally, you didn't have the group that you're playing with today, so maybe that great group is just around the corner for you. All right, so that is my list of 10 tips to help you introduce your group to new game systems that you're dying to try. Now, not all of those are going to work for you, but hopefully you're going to get some gems from that list. As a forever DM, and often the one that is the most interested in trying other game systems, I can truly feel your pain about wanting to look over the fence and see what is out there on the other side. But keep in mind that gaming is about having fun, and if you are not enjoying your current game, you need to figure out a way to make it fun for you as well as your group. Know your stuff, have your system rules down, and get gaming. Try these other systems and introduce your game group to these other systems as well. You never know, they may just find a new favorite of their own too. If you did enjoy the content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this has been Justin from Books, Bricks, and Boards. Good gaming, and God bless.